So that was fairly uneventful. Ouch. You're stepping on my hair. Since the postmaster was not there. But the packages I picked up, I opened them. I didn't open them on camera because the camera went dead. I had to come home and plug it in. That old van I've got doesn't have, it has a radio, but it's like a 1992 radio, so there's like no sound, and it has one little tinny speaker in the front. And I thought, occasionally when I'm driving, I like to listen to music, and I've been using the cell phone, and then you put it on like Wi-Fi, and it comes through the radio on my other car that my son's now driving. So he said, order a Wi-Fi speaker. An Anker was the one he suggested, and he said, put it on the dash of that old van, and I can play music on my cell phone, and it will come through here. Let's see if that works. I know it's confusing. It's confusing for me as an old person to think that I could play music on my cell phone and that it will come through some device that it's not even connected to. I don't know if this thing needs batteries. Let's find out. Okay, I am more than happy to critique this Anker Bluetooth speaker for them. It's got this little nice thing that says "not happy?" question mark. And it says, our friendly customer service team will be hard at work to put a smile on your face. They leave phone numbers and a support www thing. And it says, we're happy if you're happy. Tell your friends and family. Share your experience by writing a review on Amazon, which I will. And connect with us at anker.com, Facebook, Twitter, Google. Doesn't say YouTube, but we all know this. So, I mean, they really give you a lot of places to connect with if you're not happy with this thing, or if you are. Now, their book, Welcome Guide, I have 2 pairs of glasses on to read, because this thing is written in pissant, which is those little ants that run around your counter you can barely see. Yeah, they actually write, apparently. So, anyway, I opened it up because, Grandma's wanted to read instructions. I've done this before on my channel. And it says, Welcome Guide Soundcore. And I'm like, okay, here we go. What's included? And then I can't read it because it's in a whole bunch of different languages. At a glance, Durchendraht, I don't know, charging, Laden, off, os, fully charged, Volgeladen. I have got to learn German. But it's also written in Mandarin and Korean, and as far as I can tell, that down there is Thai. Use the included USB charging cord, which we are doing. Pair with your device. Doesn't tell you how to do it, but it's all in different languages. Apparently, rapidly flashing blue means something, but I don't know what. A steady blue means something too, but I don't know what. And pairing mode, connected to device. Anyway, none of it is in, only the first line is in English. And apparently, we're just supposed to know how to do these things by knowing that most of them work the same way. When you're pairing devices like with your car and your cell phone and things, I know that when I first paired my phone with my Prius, they did it at the, where I bought it, and I have since taken it back twice to have them redo that. And then my son has done it for me several times when I have somehow become unpaired. Alrighty then. So much for this. I have the second thing to show you. I'm going to go get it. We're waiting for this to charge, and then we will see how good the sound is. We'll pair it up with my cell phone, and we'll see if it has good sound on it. I have high hopes because my son recommended Anker, and they certainly have a lot of, I could call and say, hey, I don't know how to do this, and I'm sure they would answer my questions. So, let's go get the other thing, which is a much more simpler and a lot more fun looking to me, personally. My dearest friends, is the Ice Cube Maker Genie. And I ordered this also off of Amazon at the same time I ordered the Anker speaker. By the way, these things are all pretty cheap, thank heavens. But I decided I don't have an ice maker. I'm one of those rare people that lives in the sticks, and I have a really old refrigerator that my mother gave me when my other one went down. Now, this is interesting looking. The premise is that you put water in this outside edge, and then when it's done, you pull this thing out and you squeeze it, and ice all falls into the center, and I have so much trouble breaking ice cube trays anymore. And I guess this is the lid for it. On the commercial, they show that you could also like stick a bottle down inside here to chill, if you wanted to chill. I thought that was interesting if you wanted to keep something cold. But I'm more interested in the ice cube making aspects of it. So let's pull this center thing out and have a look.
Because it's supposed to just pull right out of here. Oh! Yeah! No! Oh, it looks so much easier on TV. How does that come out of there? It's like something suctioned together, like when you try to break apart things like bowls and cups and things, and maybe you push from the bottom and pull from the top, and I don't know. This thing just doesn't, it's supposed to come out. Oh. Oh. There. The jaws of life, that's great. Alright. There's what it looks like on the inside. And like I said, oh, it's pretty flexible. That's good. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try to put this back in. Hope it goes in easier than it came out. And we're going to put water all around that edge, fill up these little things, and then we're going to freeze this. And when we take it out, we'll see. Will it make ice as simple as they show on television? I certainly hope so. That way my grandkids come, they'll have ice. They're always like, Grandma, do you have any ice? I have to go buy a bag of ice. And although, this would be enough ice for me. Plenty. I think it snaps on, although it looks like it has screws. Like maybe one. Maybe it screws down one time. I think it's just enough to hold it on there. There. Alrighty.
Let's go put water in it. My water broke free today while I was out shopping and picking up the mail. So when I came home, my kitchen's flooded. Which is a good thing. The floor needed to be cleaned anyway. So I'm not real unhappy about it. It's just that my son slept through all the water running and the bathtub was half full of cold water. I don't know how he slept through that. I don't know how he sleeps through anything. But he does. Hello, I'm back. I hope you can see me. I've got our ice thing. Yes, it's an ice thing. Is it cold, Scud? Frozen? Dog approved? Okay. You can't have the ice. You don't even like ice. Angus does. Alright, I've frozen it. It's been freezing for several hours. Let's see how hard that center is to get out now. Oh, not hard at all. Comes out better when it's frozen. As you can see in there, I hope you can see in there that there's ice formed around the edges. Now supposedly, we just squeeze it. There's your piece of ice, Scud. And sure enough, there's all the little ice cubes in the bottom. Well, that's pretty neat. It froze quickly. My freezer's not the coldest. It froze in about an hour and a half, maybe. And makes these neat little circular half-circle cubes. That's pretty cool. Let me see if it tastes good. Mmm. Ice. It's only 0 degrees outside today. All right, guys. Back in there. Drop it back in here. I can fill this up again. We can do another one until we get a whole full thing. And put the lid back on. Pretty cool. I'm giving this one a thumbs up. I like this. I'm glad I bought 2 of them. All right. Coming back, and we're going to try the speaker, the Anker speaker that is Bluetooth, and see if it works with my phone. Top here are some vague symbols. And from what I could tell from trying to read the vague instructions that were not very much in English, this was the on button, and then pretty much minus sound, you know, plus sound. That's pretty good. And the Bluetooth symbol is there. Well, I turned it on, I pushed the button in, I turned the Bluetooth symbol on, nothing happened. And I thought, oh, great, I got a dud. And so then I did it again, and I did it again, and finally I got frustrated, and I just held in on the turn on, and it went bing, 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 bing. So it's not fully charged yet, because it said something about a blue light, and I've had this charging now for about 2.5 hours, and it hasn't gone blue. So I'm just going to leave it plugged in while we test it. I got my phone up, I turned on the Bluetooth, I said search after I got this turned on. Well, now you can see there is a blue light in the front, so maybe we are charged up. And that just came on, that was new. And so I searched, I turned on one of my favorite Harry Chapin songs, which I'm not much of a music person, but I do like Harry Chapin. I cried so bad when he died. Yes, I remember that. And so here we go. I'm going to turn it on, and I've got the thing right beside you. So I maybe should have turned the sound down, because I got to tell you, this thing's pretty loud. So, although you do not have to listen to me sing, aren't you blessed to not have to hear that? It does have a nice low, you can turn it down really low, and it does have pretty loud, which I'm going to play here just a second. That's about maximum. Oh, quick, so that you can hear. That's enough. I would have to cut some of that out. But the speaker, people's voice will come through that speaker now when I'm on just a phone call, which would be nice because a lot of times I can't really hear on these phones. There's just that little bitty, I'm pressing it against my ear, and the next thing you know, it touches my cheek and it mutes. Someone needs to put the mute button, well, actually, I came up with a better idea. Put the speaker on the back side of the phone so you hold your phone like this. That way you're not, touching the front of it and your cheeks changing all kinds of weird stuff. Simple little fix for cell phone companies. Someone grow a hair and do that. All righty, guys. Well, I love y'all. That's it for my does this thing possibly be manipulative by old people. I'm not going to call this thing does this thing really, because I know a girl that already does that. I would just say, can old people work this thing? There you go. Can old people work this thing? And yes, I managed to work it even with very little instruction. And the ice thing, I managed to work with very little instruction too. And I found out that if you put water in the bottom of that thing and then just squish the top in and let it kind of overflow, it's easier to fill. Just figured that out all on my brilliant little own. All right, guys. That's enough for today. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this up. Like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. I'm going to try to link these below to Amazon in case you guys want to try any of this stuff. And I'm hoping my little Anker thing will be loud enough to hear when I'm in that noisy van driving it around. Once I manage to find Satan, sell my soul, and get enough money to pay for it. Love y'all. Bye-bye.